This is a tutorial for the Zoom H2 portable microphone. First thing you want to do is yours might not come with batteries, so you just slide the cover off the back and it takes just a couple of AA's here. The other thing you're going to want to make sure is that it has an SD card, and that's accessed through this port in the bottom. It's got a couple of buttons of volume control and the power on-off switch on one side, as well as the headphone port and the DC power adapter port on this side. If you turn the device around, we've got the USB plug on this side, as well as the line in if you wanted to have another microphone, say a lapel mic on a subject. The mic gain, this controls the volume at which the microphone records. So let's go ahead and power it on. And then it's going to show us a lot of information. Right? It's got a timestamp up here and some left and right inputs. This particular microphone inside this wire housing has several microphones. Some are pointed this direction, which on this model is considered front, if you can see here. Some are pointed out to the back. They're considered rear microphones. And of course it has labeled here left and right. One thing that I highly suggest you do is get yourself a pair of headphones, something that came with your iPod or MP3 player is great, and plug them in so that you can hear the sound you're recording, at least a test, even if you don't have to stick right near your microphone, because that can work wonders in allowing you to get some crisp audio. Even if you were recording and playing it back, the speaker inside the microphone itself isn't fantastic, so being able to hear it as you're going, as well as playback through headphones, is much better than trying to hear it through this little speaker that's built into the microphone. Use these two buttons, these gray buttons on the left and right sides here, to navigate which microphones are active. So this one indicates that the front microphone is now active. See this little light here, and then it tells me with a red light here that the front is active. So that's the microphone pointed at the camera now. We can also get 2-channel surround sound, as well as 4-channel surround sound. And so I'll switch it here to 4-channel surround sound. So now if you'll notice, the red light is on the front as well as the back. If you have a subject that you're recording that you just want left and right audio, what you want to do is switch it over to the 120 degrees, that's referring to the angle at which it's recording, out of the rear of the microphone. And now if you turn it back around, you can see that this red light is lit, and it's going to be recording out of the back side of the microphone. The first thing that you want to do is, once it's on and you have the microphone selected, you want to hit the record button. Now the first time you press the record button, it's not actually recording. The display is going to light up, and you can see those left and right bars are moving around as they're picking up my voice. But it's not actually recording. You can see the 0000, and that's the timestamp, and that kind of indicates that it's not recording. This is sort of monitoring mode, so you can listen to it to see if your levels are appropriate. Now, if you have the opportunity to record your subject beforehand, or you know the environment you're going to be in, it's a really good idea to monitor it and to look at your levels, even if you can't hear them on a pair of headphones. And you want to adjust based on the level of noise that you've got using this mic gain adjustment here on the side. It's got 3 preset settings. Some microphones have a toggle or a wheel. This one has 3, so you have low, medium, and high. Right now it's on high. It's for recording very low, like quiet sounds. Medium is those in the mid-range, and if you're recording a lot of action, something happening outside, like a sporting event where there's lots of noise, you're going to want to turn it down to the lowest setting here. Now the thing you want to watch for is in your inputs, the left and right bars that are indicating the volume levels. You want those bars to go up as high as they can from left to right, as far to the right as they can, without actually hitting the right side, okay? That will actually blow out your sound, max out your sound, and you get like a crunching noise that's actually not recording that particular loud sound. You want the gain to be adjusted so that you're gathering plenty of sound, but that the volume isn't so high that it's maxing out the microphones. Whenever you're ready to record, whenever you have your gain set and you've got the proper microphone arrangement picked out, so right now we're recording out the back side of the microphone, then you're going to want to hit the record button again hit the record button again, and that will start the recording. So you can see now that not only is it listening to my voice, it's actually recording it, and that'll create a new file on the SD card that we can go and retrieve later. If you want to stop the recording, you simply hit the record button again, and it will stop. Now, it's advisable that you start recording a few seconds before your subject filming starts, and also a few seconds after, so that you've got a little bit of leeway. They're called handles on your audio that you can mess with. Now, one thing you'll notice if you've got headphones in and if you're handling this is that it will pick up the noise from your hand moving around the device, especially if you get anywhere near the screens here. And that can be troublesome. That will show up in your final audio, and you want to minimize that as much as possible. Once you start recording, if you can set it in a location as close to your subject but off camera as possible, that's really ideal. It's actually got a small port in the bottom that you can put a tripod, so you can situate it freestanding, very close to your subject. If your subject is moving a lot and you need to follow the subject, if your audio will change a lot, the volumes will change if your subject is changing distance from the camera quite a bit. What you can do is, it comes also with this handle, right, and it's got the same screw that fits into the port onto the bottom of your microphone, and it will still transmit a bit of noise to the microphone. So please try to keep your hands still as you're recording. Don't do a lot of moving and adjusting, but that will reduce a lot of the noise and allow you to move with your subject, or perhaps simply hold it at a height where it wouldn't be possible to set the microphone. If it's really windy outside, even if it's a little breezy, and especially if you have it on a high gain setting, the camera will pick that up. So this is excellent for filtering out that wind. It will block just a little bit of sound, but it's not bad. It's much better to have this on. So just kind of fit this over the top so that it's shielding the top of the microphone from a bit of the wind, and that can really improve your sound. Now, every time you press the record button, it's going to go straight into monitoring mode, and not until you press it again will it go into record mode. So please keep that in mind. You don't want to have just been monitoring the whole time and need to have recorded. So watch for those numbers to tick by before you start your action or start your video. If you want to play your recordings back with the, in the headphones or even just on the speaker, you can navigate the different files using these arrow keys, and then simply hit play, and it will play those back out the headphone import so that you can hear what you recorded. Once you're done recording, what you want to do is make sure that your device is on, and it's got a USB port, and you just take the cord that came with the microphone and plug it into your computer there. The other thing you can do is simply, if you have a SD card reader, you can simply take the SD card out from the bottom port. That should get you started. There's a lot more to know about these microphones if you're interested, but that's a short tutorial for the Zoom H2 portable microphone.